Hi everyone, this is Radull Live. Thanks for joining us today. And yeah, another chance to discuss another sport that Kenya is actually participating in. A sport that's growing in the country, but we're not giving them enough attention. Yes, esports. And we have a team that's going to Turkey in, this month, December. For the Global Esports Championships, and I have two representatives here, Barbara Maush, how do you say it?
Maush.
Maush.
Yes.
Barbara Maush, who is an esports athlete, and of course Shirley Adema. Shirley, I understand you're the team captain?
Yes.
That means you're badass.
Of course.
She is.
She is?
Yeah.
Well, I'll start with you, Barbara, then I'll come to Miss... Barbara, how did you get into esports?
Well, we had auditions for the sports, so as you can see us here, we are the best of the best.
Ooh.
So in Kenya, and we hope that that will be the narrative as we go to Turkey to represent the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But how did you get into, how did you start playing? How did you start playing? I mean, I'm assuming...
As a sport, that was recently, but when I started playing, I was 9 years old, just for fun. When we had the PS2, PS3, those are the ones I started with.
You were those addicts, eh?
I think that's what actually destroyed my eyesight.
Ooh.
I'm convinced. But we used to play that with my brother, my friends, just for fun. And then growing up, I took interest in PUBG Mobile. Have you heard of it?
No.
There's
I've
actually...
heard of it now.
It's another esport. There's actually a Kenyan team as well, but I used to play it for fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then now as a sport is Dota 2, the game we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just been my journey.
And now you are an esports athlete.
Yes.
Shirley, what about you? When did you start?
Just like her, when I was young. For me, I have a lot of
Sweetheart,
brothers.
you're still young.
Oh, little.
When you were little.
Younger.
Younger.
You're like my daughter who calls every other baby, babe. Mama, look Toto, and she's 2.
So I have a lot of brothers, and then like when you want to bond with them, you find that, oh, they are glued to the screen. So I said, let me try this thing. So they were, those times, PS2, I remember it was FIFA. We played FIFA with them, and then I realized, oh my God, I'm good at this game. So my brother started coaching, telling me, no, now when you reach in this situation, do this, do that. And then the interest came. Till date, I play, but I advanced since I used to be a basketball player. I got interest in the NBA 2K. So I played FIFA and 2K together. And then becoming an esport athlete, this is what happened. One time, Tusker hosted a match for esports. So I went to the esports, and then I didn't participate in that. And then later on, in Index G gave out the competition, the ones they were going
Index
to
G
Birmingham.
it's a company that organizes esport events.
Yeah,
Yes.
events. So I had participated in the ZTech, and then I became the second runners-up. So that's how I started playing competitively, but normally it was just for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Then Dota came in, and then if you're a gamer, you can play any game, I trust. So long as you can move consoles, you can do anything, any game.
You're making it sound simple, but it's anything but. Especially at your level. You're both students right now, yeah?
Yes, we are.
Where are you and what are you studying?
At Kenyatta University, I study education in physical education and fine art. Yes.
So you are a complete athlete,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Yeah.
Even physically.
Yeah, just since I played physically basketball in high school and also in campus, I still do.
And what about you, Barbara? What are you studying? Where are you?
I'm in Strathmore University. I'm doing my 4th year in communications and PR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I major in.
Do your parents support what you do in esports? Do they see it as something that can take you places? It's now because they're hearing, hey, they're traveling, they're representing Kenya.
I think that's what has made them take it seriously as of now. Because esports, when you hear gaming, you hear PlayStation, you just think this is for fun, this is wasting time, as many people would say. But as you can see, it has opportunities and endless opportunities, because this is a field that isn't saturated yet. People are still learning about it, especially in Kenya, being the third world country. In other countries, this field has a lot of players. People take it seriously.
More, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But as you're saying, given it's an emerging sport, the opportunities are endless.
Yes,
it's like it's like a plain piece of paper, you know. You can take it where you want.
Yeah, and just to make it even more, just to explain how emerging it is. This is the first daughter to women Kenyan team. There has been a male team, but we are the first one as the women team. So the opportunities are there, the recruitment is still going on. Yeah.
What about you?
My mother has the background for sports, so she supports.
What did she play?
She played netball in high school. So every time, even when I joined high school, she was like, no, you play basketball, buy shoes. The shoes zimeisha, she buys another one. So for her, she's supportive when it comes to sports. But for esports, it's new to her. But of course, it's a life-changing opportunity, so she'll just hop in and support. For that, I'm positive she supports.
She'll come. I remember speaking to the team that was going to Birmingham, because they're trying to introduce it as a Commonwealth sport, so they allowed an e-sport on the side. And I met some of the players and the parents on the day they were going to Birmingham, and I asked a lot of the parents what they thought. And they said, actually, there's one parent who said, I was 100% against this, but my son is going for Commonwealth Games. You know, that just, it gave it another level of respect.
It does.
And it helped them understand that this is not just my child in their bedroom playing video games, because that's how people see it.
Yeah.
You know, what response do you have people who ask whether esports is a sport? Because last time I wrote esport athlete, and I'm like, how are these people athletes?
Yeah. They usually think that athletes are footballers, rugby players.
Physical.
Physical.
Yeah.
And that's how many people miss out on opportunities, because this is a field where you can venture and actually become successful and have opportunities, especially now that we're talking about unemployment, lack of opportunities everywhere, especially in this country. So I believe that esports, still as it's growing, should be considered as a sport, even though it's not as physical as people would consider a sport to be.
And I remember watching Queen Arrow, Sylvia Gadoni. She was in, I think it was Saudi Arabia recently, and she was on a panel, and that same question came up, and she was saying, but you don't know how we sweat.
It's frustrating.
When you're in competition, the level of concentration.
Concentration.
Yeah, someone could talk to you and you can't even listen to what they're saying, because you have to focus on the game, or you can lose just like that. Yeah.
So it may not be physical strength, but it's mental strength.
Yeah. A lot of it.
Mental and hands.
So how many hours do you practice a day?
Daily, I practice from 8 to around 12 a.m. 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. because
4 hours every evening.
Yeah, every evening from Monday to Friday, and weekend extras I can play throughout the day because I'm free in the weekend.
And this is the same for you?
Yeah, we have to train together as a team so that we can know how to collaborate. It's team effort. It depends on the team. If one is weak, you're all as strong as your weakest member. So we have to train together. Yeah.
So when you participate as an individual or as a team?
As a team.
As a team.
As a team.
Yeah.
So it's like a tag team, or you're all in one game at the same time? How does it work? Sorry, excuse my ignorance, but
I
want to learn.
Would you like to explain?
So it's a team. Everybody plays. It's five versus 5. So there's 5 others, them, and then there's 5 of us. So the 5 of us, everybody has their own machine, their own character, their own abilities. So we attack the other 5.
Dota 2, and it's DOTA Number 2. Is that also a fighting game?
More or less, yes.
Not
Yeah.
So it's combat esport. I don't know, what is it called? Does it have a title?
It's not combat.
I'm
Because
so ignorant.
combat, you have to be shishi. So this one you're using actually swords, artifacts to kill the other opponent.
That's not combat.
Well, the point isn't killing,
Uh-huh.
it's destroying their towers. You could have the most kills, but you won't win.
Yeah,
Okay.
you can
Yes.
have the most kills, but you won't win.
So there's a skill to it.
Yes. And as she said, there are different characters. Each character has different artifacts, and the artifacts are so many. So we also watch YouTube videos to learn about these characters. A character that she can use, I cannot use because we don't. They won't coordinate properly. It's compact. It's complex.
This sounds harder than studying for medicine. One day I need to start. One day I'll learn. One day in the future. I want us to take a short break. Then I want us to focus on the tournament you're going for Istanbul. How you qualified, what you're expecting there, the level of competition, whether you've participated in other international tournaments. I'd like to know that as well. So just a quick break, guys. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're talking about esports. Yes. Welcome back. This is Radull Live. We're talking about esports. Yeah, during the break there were more questions from the crew because we're all floating. But we are learning. I'm with Shirley Adema. Shirley is the team captain of the Kenya team going to Istanbul later this month. And Barbara Maush, who also plays, you were explaining to us during the break, someone asked, so you're going to Istanbul, will you see each other? Will you see your opponent, or it's all on screen?
So it's all on screen. There is the five on this side, the 5 on the other side. Everybody glued to their screen, playing. Once you're done, you shake hands, move on with life.
Even if you lose, you shake hands. No, it's sport. It's sport. It's about the sport.
Yeah.
But tell me about the Istanbul. How did you qualify? What was the qualification process to go to Istanbul?
So for Istanbul, there was 2 countries in Africa who like registered for the competition, which is Kenya and Namibia.
Mm-hmm.
So Namibia, we were supposed to play with them, but they didn't turn up. So it was like a forfeit.
Oh, so it was like a walkover.
Yeah, walkover.
Oops. Okay. But we still qualified. It's fairness.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fairness.
So what can we expect when we get to Istanbul? Which other countries will be participating? What's the level of competition we're expecting?
I mean, it's going to be intense because these are people who have competed before.
Mm-hmm.
We have countries like England, Malaysia,
Turkey itself.
oh yes, Turkey itself. So
Argentina.
yeah, there are 8. We are 8, all included, but we are the only African team. So well, that's something.
That's huge.
It is.
Because it shows that it's an emerging sport and we can only get better from here. Yeah. So which countries are worldwide? Which are the countries to watch?
England.
England.
and Malaysia.
They've really developed the sport.
Yes, they have.
What are our chances against them? Oh, we've never played them before.
No.
We haven't played them, but we are confident with our training. We can get a good
results.
Yeah, good results.
How do you fund what you do? Because it's not free. How do you fund it? Maybe I start with you, Barbara.
Yeah. The Global Sports Federation is the one who funded for air tickets and accommodation. And we are still appealing to for more funding, so we need to cater for visa, insurance, and other documentation. So, well, we've been reaching out to sponsors. We're yet to get feedback, but that's where we're at right now. So it's the Global Sports Federation that.
And that one funds international competition on a day-to-day basis, because it must cost something to buy the consoles. I mean, every sport costs something.
Yes.
Capitani.
So, the equipment in this game, you just need a PC or a laptop, and then you need a powerful mouse and headsets. So you're good to go. But now the problem is the quality. You know, the normal mouse, you can't use it. It doesn't have DPI. It's not fast. It's not quick. It won't be efficient. So, and then the headset, you just need a good headset that you can talk. Apple, there's no issue with the headsets. Then a powerful computer, because
which is not cheap,
and fast Wi-Fi.
And fast Wi-Fi.
So up until now, who has funded it's your parents, it's family?
The equipment?
Family.
Yeah, it's family.
The Wi-Fi is us, the equipment is family.
Everything.
The school laptop and the mouse you can afford. So
but what it means is that the sport can't really spread throughout the country, because not everybody can get a powerful laptop is over 100,000. You know, it's not the small little laptops we see that people can buy. So it's quite an expensive sport.
Yeah,
it is.
Expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So do you know if there is a plan through because you're registering? There's a process of registering a federation, or what's happening right now? It's Index G that just manages the sport.
Yes.
No, we have a federation. If Esports federation.
What support do they offer to the athletes?
So as at now, it's just the registering us
for international competition.
Yeah. So
they're not making an effort to
grow
the sport, because you have to grow the sport so that after Barbara and Shirley, there is continuation of and development of talent. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess you guys are the pioneers. I mean, anyone who's in esports right now. Okay, Sylvia. I first interviewed Sylvia last year in April, I think it was. Yeah, over a year and a half ago, and I think she was alone. She was literally the only person trying to make an effort by herself. No one else had really broken through, which is unfortunate, because it would be good to see more of you than parents and family and even the country begins to see. This is something we can take a little bit more seriously. Isn't that what you would like for the sport?
Yeah.
For there to be recognition as well?
Yeah.
Yes. Because people fight for what they think is marketable or already prosperous. They don't want to venture on to areas that are kind of vague.
Unknown.
Yeah, unknown, like esports. Many people have had esports through me, and I'm shocked about that. But it's because in Kenya it's not it's not really spoken about. But we hope that this would be once they see that it is a serious sport, people are actually participating in this. They train for this. By the way,
there's money in it.
And there,
By the way, there's sick money in this. You know, but we're not seeing it.
No.
Yeah, there is money. Like, for example, there was a World Cup for Fortnite. The winner there walked out with 3 million Kenya shillings.
Yeah.
So
clean money.
Clean money. So
and then the sponsorship, the visibility that they can get from people like you. I mean, I see what Sylvia has. Sorry about me talking about Sylvia a lot, but she introduced me to esports, and the other day she was sitting with the Prince of Saudi, you know, in one event. She shared that. I had to share the photo on my Instagram as well. She's with the Prince of Saudi, and in Kenya, we still not even recognize it as a sport yet.
Yeah.
And she's managed to get partnerships with Red Bull and with so many other organizations who want to put money in the game, but the federation needs to step up and begin to let us know that this sport is taking off.
Yeah.
And the best time to get into a sport is when it's taking off.
Yep.
Because I can get in for 2 bob. You wait until the trophies come. You think Omanyala is charging now what you'd have charged before Olympics last year? No. So people should come in and walk with you. What are your hopes and dreams for the sport? I mean, you're in school now, you're studying communications, you're doing education, but I'm assuming this is something you'd like to do full time, but you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah? What are your hopes and dreams for the sport? And for yourself as an individual?
So personally, if I'm doing physical education, so I'm going into the high school bit of this. So I know that basketball is a serious sport in the school. There is hockey, there is everything. But what can I do to bring into it the esports? How can I incorporate them in the high school games? Because in high school is where people come and know everything. Like personally, I came to high school and I saw games that I've never seen, because in primary there was no games there. So in high school you get a lot of exposure. So that's the aim. That's what I'm looking forward to. But then again, you know, as young people, we are venturing into things that make us grow. Like we won't be stagnant. I won't be stagnated that I want to be a teacher and I'm a good gamer. You know, if I go out there, I make it, of course, my career the path will just change automatically because of the opportunity that has arisen. So yeah, I'll personally I'd like to, in future, to push esports to it become something so that people come from high school, they go out, they participate in this competition, and also I can be a coach because I've been through the game. I coach them. Yeah.
We're still waiting for our laptops in every school. And yet esports needs powerful laptops, but focus on that dream because it can come true, and then begin to network and see what parts you can make to realize that dream. You may start with 1 laptop, you know,
Donate
1 laptop, 1 school.
Yeah.
And when people begin to see the impact it can have, hopefully more people will come in and support. Yeah. What are your hopes for yourself and the industry?
Well, first of all, for the industry, since the industry itself is also growing, not only the players, so we need the industry to be stronger, to be more serious. We also need the Ministry of Sports to look at this sport as an actual sport.
To recognize you, yes.
Yes, because I feel pain when I can see that this is something that could provide endless opportunities, because again, every other day you hear about employment, and it's so painful to see that we have so many teams in esports. Esports is the umbrella term. We have the Dota 2, PUBG, FIFA. There are so many tournaments. Yes, so many teams that people could join.
At least I can name 2 more. I've learned something today.
Yeah, so these are opportunities people can, that are up for grabs, but due to the lack of seriousness, lack of support from the necessary support systems.
From the government.
Well, yes.
From the federation. And the media. You can go after the media. We don't give you enough attention.
Yeah.
It's true. Guilty.
So people don't even know that this exists.
If I hadn't been sent a release, I wouldn't even have known you're going to Istanbul, you know. Yeah. And it's a Kenya team representing Kenya. You should go to State House and get a flag. What? Hey, you're representing Kenya.
Exactly. So the lack of exposure, the lack of knowledge on esports is denying so many people opportunities to get them further than what they think is the real deal. If people venture into it, take it more seriously, they could go places. I mean, look at us. We're going to Turkey just like that to participate, you know.
The team went to Birmingham. They called me to flag them off. They told me the ministry doesn't want to come. Nobody even knows we're going to Commonwealth.
And
I flagged off the esports team. There was no government official there.
Even that in that ceremony, like there was a camera that was going to countries, maybe England, coming to Kenya. You can't see even the jackets. You can't identify
we
them.
don't have
people have their own
jerseys.
They have their own equipment.
Casual dressing.
Yeah. Nothing to
It's funny, not funny, yeah? No, it's not funny
serious.
at all. Yeah.
So you can't.
Do you guys have uniform for Turkey?
No.
No Kenyan kids?
No.
I need to make a few calls. What?
And it's going to be winter there, so we did
like 5 degrees.
Oh yeah, it's,
yes.
It's December.
Yes.
It'll be about to snow. Mid-December, my goodness. Well, you guys, I wish you all the best. I mean, thanks for coming to talk to us.
Yeah.
I will make a call to see if at least you can be kitted.
Yeah.
How many of you are going?
Yeah, 7.
There's 7 of you going
plus the coach
to Turkey.
Yes.
And 2 others one is e-football, the other is street fighter. So it's a team of 8. Daughter 6 and the coach, and then 1 e-football, 1. So 8.
I need to catch these terms.
So
sport is sport, and for me the principles of sport are the same, you know. And you guys sacrifice so much for us, for the country. I'm ashamed of us. I'm ashamed of Kenya.
Yeah.
But let's try and fix as much as we can, yeah?
Yeah.
So I wish you all the best. I am going to make a call and try and get you guys at least kit.
At least a jacket.
At least a jacket, Yawa, to show that we are Team Kenya.
Yes.
We're going to show now for you those things of the Kenyan flag. But I wish you all the best when you get there and enjoy the experience. Right now, it's not even about winning. It's about the experience. It's about the growth. And it's about getting the name of esport out there. Let's make noise. Let's make noise.
The good thing about it, every year there is a global esport championship.
There's a
global esports
championship. It's every year.
Yeah, next day is in Qatar, then there's China, then there's Dubai, then there's USA. So
last year was Singapore.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this the first time we are going?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's the first time Kenya's going?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
Thank
you. On you. Girl power. I've been speaking to Barbara Maush and Shirley Adema. Thank you guys so much, and I wish you all the best in Istanbul.
Thank you for having us.
All right. Thanks for watching Radull Live. And yeah, when you see these guys, they're not wasting time in their bedrooms. They're making the country proud. So give them a pat on the back when you can. Thanks for watching Radull Live. We'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.